No matter what else is going on, perfection is right here on a Saturday afternoon. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. It's the Eagles. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air, it's Nicholson. Moving out of the pocket. Excellent pursuit by this defense. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Back to pass. Got his man on the outside. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Swings it out to the flat. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down? Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short. And look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Tripped up for the tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Nicholson. Release to the back. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, going to the air. Unleashes one deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. On the ground with the counter. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Bought a little time. Lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Got his man. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Off play action. Pulls it in. It's 4. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll go to the counter. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this.
Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Moving out to the right. Gets rid of it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll go right back to him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
The Eagles have this offense rolling. Hand off from the shotgun. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Now the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Dropping back, it's Nicholson. Gonna let it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man cover.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. fourth down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Great place to start for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nab them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his defense would get the stop on fourth down. They did. There was no question. He was telling his quarterback, if we take the field, we're taking a shot. You know who you're throwing it to. What a great job of having a shot play ready to go, and it pays off.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Nicholson. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and those in-breaking routes with a quarterback and a receiver have to be really dialed in, really trustworthy because you're throwing to the middle of the field with so many hands. Nice job by the defense breaking on the football and taking that in away.
Snagged out of the air. He's down short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Just 1 for 3 on fourth down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Eagles.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to go right back downfield. Throws to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, the ground game. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. To the ground to try to move the chains. There's some room. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
He's all the way down to the 3, showed it all on that run. He now has 53 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal.
And how about the offense believing in the true freshman? Down here in the red zone, giving him the football, man, I bet his heart is pounding. He's wanting.
Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he's going to bring this one out. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get things going with the Ball State Cardinals taking on the number 4 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the offense back onto the field.
And it's Ball State able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. He'll try the left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking for a crease to the left. Got a little grass. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He makes the stop, and they'll have it in the red zone after converting on 4th down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
The Eagles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Eagles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Hauls it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Right back to him on the ground. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's 4.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He wants to throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Bowls his way into the end zone for a touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man all by himself. Speeding down the left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And your number one goal when you blitz is to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable, and they didn't do it. They didn't get home. Quarterback had a little bit too much time. You could tell, felt too comfortable. They didn't even get a hit on him.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll run it from the gun. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. And send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Eagles! His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Looking to fire. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. 1st down here for the offense. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Got him downfield. And he will house it.
We're in the 2nd half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Complete. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Here's a little room there. A very productive run gets it inside the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. On the move. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Timeout call by the Eagles. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on fourth, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they could not come up with the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They want a little extra time to think over this third and long as we've got a timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Wants to throw on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Rifles it down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it down the field. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And that pass incomplete. The defense
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Caught. He's in for the touchdown.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down.
It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Off the play fake. Zips it out to his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And the Eagles will have it 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There's a crease. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Eagles have taken it inside the 20. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this 1st down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd?
And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. To the air on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He'll set up to throw. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.